Yo, yo, we're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. I I was taking a nap, right? I was in the middle of my midday sleep, exhausted from Fourth of July activities, and I woke up, looked at my phone, and I saw the tweet by Shams. Right? I think y'all saw the tweet too. I think y'all are here for a particular reason as well as why I'm here, and it's kind of crazy that this went the way it went. Um, I expected a lot of things going into this offseason as far as like doing something that fixes this team and its ongoing issues. And to say that I am impressed by the job Nico has done it doesn't do it justice for how well he's managed to do what he's done in this offseason so far. And that goes without saying because I'm trying to fix it. There it goes. That goes without saying. Nico Harrison has just pulled off a deal. A deal, ladies and gentlemen. In a three-team trade between the Boston Celtics, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Dallas Mavericks, we got Grant Williams. Now, before I even get started on like what to say about this, think of it. For us, let me see if this works. Oh, there it goes. For us, man, for us Dallas Mavericks fans that have been diehard fans for however long, man, um, to see them make these kind of moves, to see them make these aggressive moves. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but I remember a time back in the early 2000s when they were aggressive, making moves and stuff like that. But nowadays, seeing this in real time, to see the Mavericks actually make good moves, good deals. We're gonna get all into the details here in a second. I just want to give you my initial thoughts of this. And I saw the tweet, and I initially we have an actual. I'm sorry about that. Is my signal weak? Before I get started, let me go and double check it. But what I'm trying to say is like I found it very odd for us in a way because I'm not used to it. I don't know if anyone here is used to the Dallas Mavericks making noise in this sense, because to be able to pull off a trade like this, while on the surface it looks simple, I'm pretty sure there was tons of like back and forth conversations. But we did it, bro. Grant Williams was a target of ours for however long he was a target of ours going into the offseason, right? And the Mavericks pulled it off and got Grant Williams. Today, I was all in Mavs Twitter. I was all in the Mavs Spaces. I was getting as much Mavs content as I could. I don't care who you are. If you're talking Mavs, I'm gonna listen. Even as a content creator myself, I don't ever act as if I know it all. I will never act like I know it all. I will never tell you I know what I'm talking about because I'm a fan at the end of the day. But to see how we felt literally today, like we woke up today, like you could just tell everyone's kind of, we were down bad, man. And some of us had hope. Some of us were pessimistic. Some of us were optimistic. I know one person who was optimistic though. I'll give him a shout out right here. Shout out to Coy, man. Coy says one down, two to go. Coy has been the most optimistic person out of all the Twitter people that I've seen. Shout out Coy. Thank you for the donation, dogs. And the fact that there's some of us that feel a certain way about the moves, that question certain moves, but today it just felt different. Like we were just up in arms with the Thibault offer sheet that we are going to plan to give him, and hopefully the Blazers don't match it. Also, shout out to Wembayama's fingers. Wembayama gonna be MVP year one. Hey, if Wembayama pulls that off, he gonna be special. But thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate that. Now, with all that being said, man, with all that being said, we got Grant Williams, dogs. I don't even I cannot process this. Like, I don't know. I know I'm not alone in this sense, because it's not easy for you to be like, man, this is what they needed to do. This is what we should expect of the Dallas Mavericks. It's not an expectation. It's this was a make or break offseason. And right now, NICO is making it. He is making it. But here's the crucial thing, right? Here's a crucial thing. Shout out to Hallelujah. I don't know if y'all see it right here. Hallelujah. Shout out to him. We needed a good look as well. But here's the thing. We got Grant Williams. We got Kyrie. We got Steph Curry. You got Derek Lively. You got Omax Prosper. You got a lot of players that are going to be able to fill in and find a role and also be a superstar like Kyrie. The thing is, we are missing one piece. Yes, Derek Lively is a project for us. He's a prospect and a project. The rare combination of the two. But we need a big man. We got 1 through 4, basically. We got 1 through 4. But we need one more deal. We need one more trade. And I think that trade is going to be centered around Tim Hardaway Jr. I think at this point it has to be. It has to be centered around Tim Hardaway Jr. And in this trade today, we sent Reggie Bullock to the San Antonio Spurs with the swap pick, a protected swap pick for 2030. That's what, 7 years from now? And then I think we're getting second round picks. Let me follow up on the latest tweet is see what we got here. Yeah, it says Boston and Dallas will each receive 2 second round picks in the deal. So we're doing a swap deal, but we're receiving 2 second round picks. Boston is landing 3 second round. Oh, well, then the update was 2 and 2, bro. And then we signed Grant Williams on a 4-year, $54 million deal on a signing trade. Another caveat to all of this is the fact that Bill Duffy is also Luka Doncic's agent. He's also Grant Williams' agent. So there's like a little bit of dare I say it myself, a little clutch sports in this, right? I forget if that's LeBron's thing. But man, if we end up getting Thibault tomorrow, so here's a key date. Tomorrow's a key date for July 6th. July 6th tomorrow at 11:01 Central Time. 11 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. That's when teams can make trades official. That's when teams can make signings official, etc., right? But it's very specific for us because we have Rashawn Holmes, the trade with the Sacramento Kings. That is still pending. What we're going to do with it. And so tomorrow is going to be a good day to, quote unquote, make that official. Now, it's not a deadline. It's not. But that is the moratorium period ends tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. So that's when teams can start signing players, signing their rookies, and all that good stuff. And that is where things overnight, the rest of tonight, might not be over. It might not be over. The Mavericks are probably going to still be working to get something done. Now, what that something is going to be crazy. So here's what I'm thinking, right? And if I'll be reading y'all comments, so if whatever y'all want me to talk about, y'all send it in here. And we'll chat about it. The blue one says another trade. Cool. It's more than cool, man. Like it's not something that the fact that it's a trade that got you the guy that I think unanimously we were all okay getting. I think there wasn't one person one Mav fan that was anti against Grant Williams. I had a running joke last year about the way he played, but then I saw him in the playoffs. I was like, he's gonna get a bag, you know. Uh, but he definitely showed up, man. He guards people like Giannis and Embiid and stuff. Being the size that he is, he's a really good defender for what he is. And he shoots lights out from the three, and especially with Kyrie and Luka, you need those guys that are wide open. They're gonna knock down those shots, and that's what we need. Lau says if Nico can get us a center and Thibault or PJ, that would be incredible. It very much would be. Very much would be. PJ is good, but we got Grant now. PJ is awesome. Like, I think the fact that he plays in Charlotte, people get lost in that. PJ is awesome. He plays great. He has a more layered game. He has more skills necessarily than Grant does. But getting Grant at what MLE costs, slightly above a MLE, like about a little bit over, you're getting value right there. That is a good deal. 4 years, $54 million. That is a great deal. But PJ would have been nice. Get a real center. Yep. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into that, Chico. We're about to throw out some ideas out here, all right? Hey, Alex said, love unexpected live. Me too. You know, I was thinking about it. I was like, should I do one? Yeah. Let's just do one. Let's chat it up. Let's talk, man. And Div, what's up, man? He says, we can use the 2 second-round picks to give Charlotte for PJ Washington and Div, that's good. Hold on. Div, you on to something, Div. Hold on, man. Div. I don't know what you came up with right there. Did I mess up my camera? Hold on. Let me double check here. I mean, I don't move in anything, so I don't know why it's tripping. There we go. I think it's all right. Sorry about that. But no, that is a really good idea. I like the idea that those two second round picks could make us make some movement here. All right, so let me get into it. Well, I don't know where I was at before I started reading comments. Oh yes, I remember now. The moratorium period ends tomorrow at 11 Central Time, 11 a.m. Central Time. This is gonna be big. Again, I think that there's gonna be more stuff coming out overnight. I think the Mavericks are very much not done yet. I think they're gonna be even working harder now. I don't. Div just put an idea in my mind that I'm just like, yo, that is a pretty good one, but it doesn't address the big man, right? We need a center. We need a starting center. We don't need a stopgap center. We need a starting center. Now, do I think 2 second round picks to Charlotte for PJ Washington and THJ? I think it'll work, but it doesn't address the center. I think right now we probably have to move on from PJ. And we probably have to look into, dare I say, Zubac, Miles Turner, Jared Allen, those kind of guys. Capella. But man, it's going to be extremely interesting to see what the hell they do, because this 5-man, right? The starting center is going to be such a pivotal move here. You got to get the right one. I don't know who the right one will be, but we'll see. The Blue says, what do you think about Bobo being out there? I think I haven't seen enough of Bobo to give you a really good assessment, but a lot of the people that I respect opinions on, they've said that Bobo is not that good. But I don't know. I have to look into Bobo and see what he's been doing. But I mean, I heard that the Mavs are trying to trade for him, and Orlando has said no to that trade during the prior to the draft. Lau says, that's what I was talking about, Div. Yeah. I like that idea, Div. Div says it is a sign and trade. Think about it. We can match salaries too, so it is perfect for us. Now, I don't mind if we do that. Grant would then have to be the 3, and PJ would have to be the 4. But who's the 5? You get what I'm saying? Unless we're rolling Dwight Powell out there. Let's go. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Let's F and go Mavs. Hell yo. Two picks for PJ. I'd rather get centers with the pick. That's what I'm saying, Noir. Coy says PJ for Tim and McGee, maybe a pick that creates an exception to be used on Thibault. I don't look. I don't mind getting PJ. It just I want to put more emphasis on getting a center. Why is everyone saying stopgap instead of OG just saying center? Black Noir, look. That has been my fight this entire offseason is the term stopgap center. I don't like it. I never loved it. I never heard it until the Mavs needed a stopgap center. What is a stopgap center? I get it. It's like they're here for a small time. Nah, give me a starting center, bro. Like I want a starting center and move on from that. So, man, I feel like I'm just all over the place. Just to refresh everything, right? I was asleep, woke up to the tweet, saw what the hell happened. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to process this because I'm not used to the Mavericks making deals the way they've been making them. So I'm happy, but now I'm just like, I just know we're not done yet. I know this team still needs a starting center. That I'm just like, all right, man. Like, we got Tim Hardaway Jr., we got McGee and Holmes that we can leverage, right? And those two picks, those 2 second-round picks. Those 2 picks are massive, bro. Those 2 picks are huge. So the trade, I think for all 3 teams, it works. Maybe not for the Celtics, but the trade for everybody works. The reason for that, for the San Antonio Spurs, they get closer to the salary cap floor that they have to utilize. All teams have to utilize 90% of the salary cap. So acquiring Bullock helps. Grant Williams helps the Mavericks in a much needed role. And then the Celtics get draft picks for a player that they probably weren't going to be able to match. And then the Mavs and the Spurs have a pick swap in 2030. Overall, I think it's a great deal for both the Mavs and the Spurs. I think the Celtics, they just had to salvage what they could salvage out of that deal. I don't think they wanted to let go of Williams. But the Mavs got him, bro. The Mavs got him. Man. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Chico says, we have Grant. Let's get a real center. Yep. Zubac is tough. Zubac is nice. Get rich. I wouldn't mind having him. He isn't the athletic big that I feel that we need. So I would like someone that could protect the rim, a bigger, more athletic player. But Zubac is going to get you the rebounds, right? Zubac is not going to be the Mavericks of the last 2 years where they get out-rebounded all the time. He's definitely going to get rebounds for you, and that'll help our defense. Defensive rebounding is defense as well. That's what it's called, defensive rebounding. Whenever you limit the possessions for an offense, you could box out a good rebounder to prevent an offensive rebound for them, to give them second chance points. Every point matters. And whenever you're able to rebound and limit that one offensive possession to just one shot, that's a recipe for success, man. And that is not something that we've had, especially towards the end of our seasons the last 2 years. We just can't rebound. Zubac will be a massive help in that regard. Chico says, how many games does Zubac usually play? A lot. Let's look it up, man. Let's look it up. Pull up another tab over here. I don't got the fastest internet, right? Zubac. BA. So he played in 76 games. Zubac has played in 76 games the last 2 seasons. So, yeah. He plays a lot, man. That's 76 games more than... Nah, I ain't finna do all that. I ain't finna call players up. But that's a ton of games. A lot of players only play like 60 to 55 games per season now. Oh, I'm just trying to check stuff right here, right quick. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Big Fat, what's up, man? He says, trade THJ in 2 seconds for Washington and play Lively at the 5 full time. Let him play with Holmes backing him up. That's tough. Big Fat, what would be the starting lineup? I could assume what it would be, but let me know what your starting lineup would be and what you envision for Lively. I feel like Lively is definitely an upgrade over Dwight Powell. I feel like Lively is so raw that him just having that paint presence is good enough for us. But if we're that's tough because you can still be competitive with Lively at center. It's just you kind of limit your ceiling. You get what I'm saying? Like if you had a starting bona fide center, your ceiling is bigger versus Lively because we don't know where his trajectory is going to go. So that's the tough part about that. Dev says, nope. I rather we don't get a center now. Keep Rashawn as a stopgap center for this year, and see if the rookie is going to be ready. If not, we got Rashawn. Oh, Dev, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the hard part. I don't know. But I want a starting center for sure. And with PJ and Williams, we got good defense. That I agree. I ain't knocking it, but I don't know. By the way, if anyone is interested in the Mavs Summer League, this Saturday I'll be doing a pregame show for the Mavs Summer League games. Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time. I was thinking of doing like 30-minute pregame shows. I usually do an hour and 15-minute pregame shows. But y'all let me know. Should I do an hour or do it 30 since it's Summer League? I'm gonna start at 30 and then we'll adjust from there. But yeah, man, if y'all interested in that stuff, to see the rookies, talk about the rookies and stuff like that, get to know the Summer League roster. We'll get into all that stuff come Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. Alex says, let's trade the 2027 first pick and THJ for a good center and pick up Oubre and Hardaway spot and call it an offseason. Yeah, I think you can do that. You'd have to add Holmes and McGee. Oubre will probably ask for what Hardaway is getting. Damn, that's interesting because Holmes and McGee get you about 17, 18 mil. So then you'd have to find a center that is worth that. You could probably just do it with the 2-2s, Alex, to be honest. 2027 first, you had to try to go get like, damn, that's tough. Let me sleep on it. Black Noir says the rookie isn't going to be ready. This team needs a starting center. Agree. That's where I'm at. I would like him to be the second center behind a starting center to get like 12 to 16 minutes a game. That's where I like Lively to be. The work his way into that. I think Omax, same thing for Omax. I think he'd get between 15 to 20 minutes a game. Yeah. I think they play. It just, I don't want to throw them out there right immediately. Get Rich says Zubac minutes got cut down because of Plumlee. And it's because the Clippers value Plumlee a lot more than they do Zubac. Oh, wow. Shout out to Rel. It says now we have 2 extra second round picks to flip along with Tim for a center. We're all thinking the same thing. I think we're all on the same page. We're all thinking the same thing. Appreciate you, Rel, for that super chat. All right. Tim Hardaway Jr. in two second rounds. Say you throw in McGee too for salary purposes. Say you throw in Rashawn for salary purposes. You think we could revisit that Ayton deal? Let me stop. That's crazy. So yeah, man. Before I read more comments, let me. There we go. Now I know where I'm at. All right. Shout out to Slightly Biased. I know he's doing a live too, and he deserves a lot of credit for what he did. He did a video basically saying that Grant Williams is going to be a Dallas Maverick. Like he manifested it. Even Grant Williams liked the post. So shout out to Slightly Biased for being a part of recruiting for Grant Williams to be a Dallas Maverick. But that's the thing now. You got, if the Thibault deal goes down, right? You get Thibault tomorrow. the thing with Thibault, you need a big center. You need a starting center behind Thibault because he does tend to lead defenders to the basket to either block it from behind or to have the center come and help, whatever the case may be. Thibault's a good defender, and he was a good shooter during his Blazer run. I'm not mad at the Thibault idea, but if you're going to get Thibault, you need a center. And you can't give Lively all of those minutes to be protecting the paint. You need another guy to protect the paint, whether that's Ayton, whether that's Miles Turner, whether that's Capella. The right deal has to make sense for the Dallas Mavericks. And now that you've gone to this length to build the team that you've built, Kyrie is going to get older. He's 31. You have to maximize your window right now. Because right now, I'll tell you this much. Right now, if the Dallas Mavericks get a starting center with like a defensive anchor center with some, I don't know, like an Ayton, like a Turner, Capella, just someone that could protect the rim, that changes the Mavs trajectory and the perception of the Dallas Mavericks. Because now you're looking at a team that's Luka, Kyrie, what we think about Green, Grant Williams, and either Turner, Ayton, or whoever. And if we are able to quote unquote go get PJ Washington and then still get a center by utilizing a first round pick, whatever, I'm just throwing crazy stuff out there. If you're able to get PJ and then like a starting center, bro, the Mavericks would instantly, they won't become the Nationals media's favorite to win the championship, but that would be the closest thing to getting us there in the quickest amount of time. I'm dead ass. I'm serious, man. Chico says a real need a real center for this year at least. Div wants Powell to start. Div. Really? Powell starts, we're done for. Div says, TGK, we can get 3 guys in our G League to practice for second line minutes. This is excellent. Hardy and Omax and Lively can practice prior to season. You know, the summer league is going to be fun to watch what Omax and Lively and Hardy can do. Here's another thing. With tomorrow's free agency moratorium period ending, here's where it gets a little muddled, right? If we don't finalize the deal for Holmes tomorrow, because we're still trying to find a suitor, if they don't get it done by Saturday, Omax Prosper cannot play. So if we haven't made that trade official by Saturday morning, Omax cannot play Saturday. So I know it's just summer league games. Like, who cares, right? In the scheme of things, like let's hold on to that trade let's not finalize that trade until we get who we want to get in the trade, and then we can let him play. Hold on, Woj just tweeted. I thought it was a Mavericks tweet. Woj tweeted that Mo Bamba has agreed on a 1-year deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, cool. I was interested in Mo Mo Bamba, but it is what it is. So Omax won't be able to start Saturday if that trade with the Sacramento Kings isn't official. So this is where it's interesting to see what happens. Like, if you're able to get this deal done with a legitimate center for once for the Dallas Mavericks, and still get Omax to be able to play Saturday, this will be the biggest dub of the offseason ever. But for right now, I think the priority will be to make sure you get the best deal, or see what you can maximize out of that deal and sacrifice one game for Omax. It is what it is, right? That's where I'm at. Chico says, rather home start. I rather we get a different center. Get Rich says, that's all we ever needed, someone to get boards. That is what we need, man. Board man gets to win. Black Noir says the Suns don't have a pick until 2030. Those 2 picks in for Ayton. Throw those 2 picks in for Ayton. I think it's possible, man. It just, you still have McGee. It is what it is. Like, all right. And there's so many comments. I'll try to do my best to catch up to all that. Would y'all do the deal if it is Tim Hardaway Jr., Holmes, and damn, do I want to throw both the second round picks? Would you do the deal if it's both the second round picks for Ayton? Tim Hardaway Jr., Holmes, both second round picks for DeAndre Ayton. Would you do that deal? For the purposes of winning now, yeah, I would. I would, definitely. And Nico, we trust. Shout out to We Talk Mavs, King and Rel for starting that motto, that slogan. And Nico, we trust. Shout out to We Talk Mavs, man. They're going to be on later on tonight. I figured I'd get on here and just, talk for a little bit with us. Have a good time, man. And just talk about what the hell the Mavericks are doing. Because, again, I don't know, man. This is completely different from how they've been working the last couple of years. Facts, Chico. He says, bro, some of these cats think we drafted a ready center and Lively like it was Shaq or something. I see that because I was pre-draft, right? Pre-draft, I was like, Derek Lively will probably go 15. And then we saw all the players come off the board, and we saw Walker come off. We saw Hendricks come off. I was like, yeah, we need to get Lively. And the fact that we were able to trade down and get him at 12, that's nice. He's definitely a project. He definitely could get minutes right now because he's better than Dwight Powell. The thing is he ready to be a starter? To play with the minds, the IQ of a Kyrie and a Luka? He's not ready to play with them as the main center right now. It's unfair to him to put that kind of pressure on him early on because he's just not. He's not going to be ready for all that. So building him up to that is key. Same thing with Hardy. Hardy, I felt like we should have pushed him sooner than we did. But when we did, you saw the results that we got. And going into this next season, you're going to see the results from Hardy. That dude's going to ball this season. Luka, Kai, Green, Williams, Holmes for right now at the moment. If you put Ayton in that spot where Holmes is at, how do you feel about this team? I feel completely different. I agree, Rich. He's 2 years away from being a legit starter. Yeah, I agree too. Lively has Kessler potential to me starting out, but I would want to grow. I would want him to grow, not throw in the fire so fast. Yeah, he does have that Walker Kessler potential in his rookie season, but I don't need that off the bat. I rather him because his height and his size, he's always going to be able to block people. Like, he's always going to be able to protect the rim. I think that just comes naturally to him. It's just understanding the game more, understanding the nuances between how Luka thinks and how Kyrie thinks, understanding how to be able to not foul as much as he did, understanding to be able to make certain plays under the basket and go up strong and be strong with the moveset, and then be able to knock down shots. I think for me, I want him to work on the intangibles, the strength, actually building strength. I need him to work on all those things while playing. You get what I'm saying? That way you can really maximize him in a year or two when Luka's entering his actual prime and Derek Lively is entering being an actual starter. I don't know. I hope I ain't lost on that. Gilbert says, yeah, definitely needs a bulk up at least. Yep. Div says his starting lineup would be Luka, Kai, Williams, PJ Washington, Rashawn Holmes, second unit, Hardy, Curry, Lively, Omax, and Maxey. I like that. I like that lineup. I like that lineup. I ain't gonna knock it. It just how would I put it? It just leaves a little bit to be desired. You get what I'm saying? If you get PJ Washington, that's not bad. But I don't see Green in your lineup, so I have an issue with your starting lineup because like you forgot like Green. Green is a third unit. I'm messing with you, but no, I think with say you get Ayton and not PJ Washington, I don't know, man. It is good either way, but I rather a starting center for sure. Rashawn Holmes, I don't even know if he gets to put on a Mavs jersey. And we will know a lot more about this team overnight and come 11 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. It's going to be tough for me tomorrow, bro. And it's Thursday. Bro. Tomorrow. I guess it's going to be crazy, man. Big Fat says, my starting five will be Luka, Kyrie, Williams, Washington, and Lively. Backup five will be Exum, Hardy, Omax, Maxey, and Holmes. Whoa, hold on. Both Div and Big Fat don't even have Green in their second unit. Not even starting. All right. Do y'all want to trade Green? And if you do, both Div and Big Fat, if y'all want to trade Green, what is the deal? Because if you want to trade Green with the 2 second-round picks, I'm going to assume, because both of y'all have Washington, so I'm going to assume TSJ and the second-round picks went to Charlotte. What are you going to do with Green? Is he just going to be third guy, third unit, or y'all train him? I'm just curious. Chico says, yeah, once he gets some weight, he'll be fine. He's already super athletic. Yeah, he ain't gonna lose the athleticism. He ain't gonna lose it. He just, when you banging against these bigger centers, you gotta have some weight on you to be able to maintain that for a season, you know. Who do we give up for PJ? Word on the street is THJ. Word on the street. Well, hope on the street, not word on the street. It's the hope on the street. Get Rich says, Omax is going to shock the league. I totally believe that. I totally believe that. I love the way he plays defense, always moving his feet, always has his hands up, plays proper defense. He has length. Imagine someone with the wingspan of 7 feet. I think 7'2" is his wingspan. Imagine that, someone guarding you like that. You ain't getting no shots off. Well, for us, average Joes. Not me, though. I shoot, though. Black Noir says slightly tampering. He did, man. Shout out slightly biased for getting us Grant Williams, man. Get Rich says, if we wanted a player like Thibault, we should have just got Ben Simmons. Whew. Ben Simmons can't shoot a three. I get that. But Ben Simmons can't shoot, bro. But I also don't think you get two players on a supermax from their first contract after their rookie season. I forget what this was like. There's a rule, but I know there's a rule right now based on the contracts that prevents a Luka Doncic and Ben Simmons from being on the same team. I don't know if the new CBA adjusted that, but it's weird. Look into it. It's kind of odd. But Luka and Ben can't be on the same team. Reggie, what's up, man? He says, I was thinking same thing about revisiting the Ayton deal, the Ayton trade. Same thing, man. I would call them and be like, hey, look, we got TSJ, we got Holmes. We won't send you McGee this time. But what about 1 second-round draft pick? And then if they're like, there's the Suns, right? The Suns respond. They'll be like, man, well, I know y'all got a second. If y'all throw that in there, you got a deal. And then, our response should be like, all right, deal. Just make him wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Make him wait like 10 seconds. But that I would say yes. I'll say yes to that deal. Phoenix don't want to help the Mavs. You know what, Chico? Nobody in the league wants to help the Mavs. But shout out to Bill Duffy for getting the Dallas Mavericks Grant Williams on this damn team, man. Shout out. And shout out to the Spurs helping too. The Spurs helped. I do want to give a shout out to Reggie Bullock for his contributions to the Dallas Mavericks. He's going to be a Mavs fan for life, or a Maverick for life for us. But man, he gave us a great run in the playoffs 2 seasons ago. Definitely had a bit of a downer last year, but I was definitely happy for him, especially when we signed him. I was rooting for him like hell. I wanted him to knock down his shots. I wanted him to be a part of the rotation in the team, and especially in the playoffs, he showed up and showed out. So definitely want to give Reggie Bullock his flowers for contributing to the team, being a part of the Dallas Mavericks organization, being a what's the word? Consummate professional. I can't even talk, but being a professional, man, he was great. Um, although it's sad to see him go, you're not that sad because you got a young forward that could shoot, that could defend better than Reggie Bullock. I need water, man. Gilbert says we lost a little bit of offense, especially if we get rid of THJ too. Get rich. My only rebuttal to that is we have Hardy. I think Hardy and Steph Curry completely replace Tim Hardaway Jr.'s production. Hardy has no issues pulling up and shooting from wherever, and Steph Curry, whenever he does shoot, there's a high likelihood that shot's gonna go down. So I won't be too pressed about THJ leaving because you have two players that can replace his production efficiently and athletically and fearlessly too. Hardy don't care, bro. He gonna shoot. He will shoot. I agree. We may actually need THJ at this point to keep him rather than get a center. I don't know, really. Hardy has offense and can create off the dribble where THJ can't. Exactly. That's where I'm at, Chico. Black Noir says we don't need THJ now that we have Curry and Hardy for sure. Exactly. Perfect placement. All right, let me see where we at. Div says I would use Powell in a trade for Thibault. Send him to Charlotte and the 2 picks. We could get Thibault for the mid-level exception. There was a report that came out that said that the Mavericks number for Thibault is slightly below the full mid-level exception. So my line of thinking is they're probably going to send Thibault a 3-year, $30 million deal, right? Because I think the mid-level exception is anywhere between like 13 million, something like that, or 14.2 or 13.2. I forget the number, but I'm gonna just assume it's 3 for 30 million. With the remaining mid-level exception, I'm pretty sure they find a way to give it somewhere. Either way, just give him the full MLE. Who cares? Like, if you're gonna go get the guy, get the guy. But on the back end, the Tim Hardaway Jr., Holmes, and McGee deal for whoever center is out there, that's gonna be the key part right there. But does Portland match it? I'm not sure. The new rule with after the moratorium period is over, and whenever you send offers to restricted free agents like Thibault is, the team that has his rights only have 24 hours to make a decision whether to match it or let him go. So for the Portland Trailblazers, if at 11 a.m. Central Time tomorrow, the Mavericks send the offer for full MLE 3 years for Thibault, the Portland Trailblazers have up until 11 a.m. Central Time the next day to make a decision whether to keep him. Now, I figured the Portland Trailblazers are going to be pretty busy trying to deal Damian Lillard, but I'm not sure whether they match it or not. There's a report out there that says that they'll match it, but I'm not sure. That's going to be the interesting part. I'm pretty sure they have a mid-level exception to offer him as well. So it's kind of like, yeah, we'll just match it for the sake of matching it. But who knows? Who knows? All right, I read that. Gilbert says, I don't know. He didn't play much for the Nets last year. I don't know if he's getting injury prone lately. Curry. Yeah, that was my fear about Curry. He is 32 years old. I selfishly was like, yeah, vet minimum for Curry would be great. Well, he got the biannual. So you kind of lose the biannual this year, which you get a biannual exception biannually, right? So they're already using it this year. I'm not mad at the deal, but it definitely helps that he has chemistry with Kyrie and Luka. I think he's going to get limited minutes with us. I don't think he's going to be playing a lot as opposed to when he was playing for the Nets. So I don't see him having to do more than he would usually do. Whoa, can I not talk? I don't see him doing more than he would usually do that leads to him getting hurt, right? So in the Mavericks, he's got to spot up and shoot, bro. And he can create off the dribble too. But I think Steph Curry should have a good season for us. I hope. And yes, little injury bug lately, but I think he's okay, man. I forgot what you said, Rich. Let me go up here. I agree. All right. This is a yes to we need THJ now. Why do we need THJ now if we could go get a center? You get what I'm saying? Reggie, you're the do I remember correctly? Are you like the THJ super fan? I'm assuming you might be the THJ super fan. I forget. Let me know. I'll stop talking about THJ if you are, because it might be a sensitive topic. Because that's how I was whenever we traded Josh Howard back in 2010. I was a little distraught because Josh Howard was one of my favorite Mavericks. He wore my favorite number 5. He had this dope little floater in the middle of the paint. Josh Howard was an amazing player to me, and when we traded him, it was tough. It was tough when we traded him. So if you're a big time THJ fan, I wholeheartedly understand. Black Noir says, I honestly would try and get away with one pick. If they ask for both, I would do it. Yeah. You just bluffing basically. So they call you a bluff. I'm like, all right, bro, take both these seconds, man. Give me my starting center or my stopgap center. Div says, it shows privilege. Yeah, I hate players should know to begin playing time based on performance, not BS favoritism. I'd have to get caught up on y'all convo, but I'll come back to that. Martin Blake says, I am here, my man. What's up, Martin? What's going on, man? Nice to see you, dogs. Goodrich says, if Hardy has been working as hard as everyone's saying, Hardy gonna go crazy. Today is his birthday. And guess what he said when they asked him what he was gonna do for his birthday? He said he was gonna go to the gym and put in some work. Shout out to Jaden Hardy, man. Happy birthday, too. Cole says, Mavs got Grant for $13 million and the Lakers signed Rui for $17 million. I think the Mavs got a steal. Cole, that is a good point, man. Cole, that was cold. That was cold, bro. Good deal. I think Rui's a good player for damn sure. Yeah, my bad. My mouse is it dying or what? Rui's a good player. Grant's a good player too. Again, Grant I wasn't too high on him a couple seasons ago, but last year definitely I was like, nah, you're legit, man. And bro, I don't know how to feel about this, because you got to think about, from the moment we lost Jalen Brunson, nothing has gone right for us. Nico Harrison has literally turned this ship around. Right? It was a Titanic. It was on the verge of hitting the iceberg. Nico swang that thing, you know what I'm saying? Turn that entire ship around. And look at us now, bro. Look at us now, man. Chico says, at least Western Conference Final with Ayton on this team. At least. You got a good chance of the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Think of this. Think of this picture, bro. Think of this. Kyrie, Luka, DeAndre Ayton in the NBA Finals. Don't get me hyped, man. Big Fat says, lively offense will take a year. His defensive rebounding are ready now. Offensively, all he needs to do is PNR and show his shot this year. Yeah, I like I said, I think Lively could be able to do that. I just think it's within the game. I always tell my younger siblings whenever we play basketball games, or my brother or anybody else that's kind of like new to playing basketball, or they played it but they just don't have as much experience playing it. I always tell them, like, bro, there's always a game within the game, and you can have all the athleticism, running everywhere, energy, effort. You can have all that, but until you understand the game within the game, then all you're doing is just effort and energy and going crazy, which is not bad. But once you get those intangibles down, the game becomes much more easier, and you're able to see the game, see the you can predict like the flow of the game and the trajectory of the game. So yeah, man. I think that's what Lively needs is the game within the game. And that's going to come from playing time. That's going to come through experience. And he needs to get that experience. Martin says, I was saying in another channel, if we sign Thibault tomorrow, hope Portland doesn't match. Hopefully. Expect Green to be traded for a big center tomorrow. Hope it's a very good quality center. You heard it from me first. You know what, Martin? I was thinking this the other day, right? So I have a group chat with some of the other Mavs YouTube channels. We just kind of throw ideas off of each other and talk about Mavs. And I was thinking to myself, this is what I thought. I said, knowing how cheap Cuban is and the Green extension coming up, it makes me ponder. Green could possibly help us land, quote unquote, the stopgap center. Now, I said this earlier when we announced that we were doing that Thibault deal. But that could totally happen because if you get Thibault, unfortunately, it feels like it makes Josh Green expendable. And if it makes Josh Green expendable, you better, and I mean better, hit on a starting center, not a stopgap center. You better hit on a starting center. So it better be Josh Green, McGee, and Holmes for a starting center. And then, all right, this is what happens, man. If it is Josh Green, McGee, and Holmes for starting center, let's say Ayton. I don't know how the money works, but let's just say it's Ayton. I wouldn't want to do that for them, but I don't know if the money works. That's 12 mil. Nah, I don't think the money works. Let's say it's for Zubac, right? Or whoever else. Then you use Tim Hardaway Jr. and the 2 seconds for PJ Washington. Then you're kind of cooking, right? You're kind of cooking at that point. I'm just saying. Just saying. Big Fat says, trade Green and a first. And my bad. Trade Green in 1 second for Washington. I think the money has to match, bro. I think cause we're now hard cap under the first apron, so you got to send more money. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. and Josh Green does it. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. I don't want to regret the day where Josh Green is killing us and whooping our ass for the coming seasons because we traded him. Now, all right, that's a little far-fetched, right? I doubt Josh Green is going to develop such an offensive game where he dominates offensively and then shuts down Luka defensively. I don't see that happening. But I just hate it'll be those one games where they have that one breakout game and it's always against us. But I think if we have Grant, Thibault, and Washington, I don't think that happens. Damn, man. So here's what I'm not saying. I am not disrespecting Josh Green, but I understand the thought process between wanting to trade Josh Green for another player. I don't fault y'all for it. Y'all are thinking big picture. I get it. It has to be a deal that makes complete 100,000% sense. Then you do it. If it's going to change the trajectory of the team to flourish and you get a center that has years on his deal and is young enough, athletic enough, got enough dog in him, then yeah, you'd have to do it, bro. Big Fat says, sorry, Washington over Green all day, every day. Washington has more to his game than Green right now. Again, the issue is the money. Green is only getting, 2-3 mil per season. Washington wants 20. You're missing 18 mil right there. And we're already hard capped. Richard, what's up, man? Y'all going to regret trying to trade Green. I agree. We're going to regret it. If the trade is not a good trade. If the trade's a bad trade, I'll be pissed off. Like that would change my grade for this offseason from a A to a D if it's a bad trade. Facts, RC. Yes, sir. All right. Let me try to scroll down here. Not trying to skip all y'all's comments. All right, here we go. Rich K says, TK, you've been doing your homework. That's good, cuz. What did I say, man? What did I say on the homework, man? Let me know. Cause I just be listening to stuff all day. I read stuff all day. I look up stuff all day while I'm working. I work, but like I be listening. You know what I'm saying? I be tuned in to as much as I can. Black Noir says teams have been trying to get Hardy and Green, and the Mavs front office have been shutting that down. Yeah, right now they are our untouchables. Mike Jones, what's up? He says, why sign him? What does he bring? Could have just signed Jay. Thibault, you talking about Thibault? Thibault brings youth. Jay Crowder is about 34, 35 years old. He wouldn't necessarily, I don't think he helps. I don't think his potential is as good as Thibault, because Thibault is 24, 25, if I'm correct. I'm assuming somewhere around that age. But that's the hard part about it, is like, you get Jay Crowder for the cheap, or you get Thibault and knowing you have a player that is going to be with this team in the future. That's the big part right there. But man, let me stop right quick reading comments. The Mavericks got Grant Williams, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to preface this by saying you're literally one player away from having a bona fide starting lineup. You really are. You really are. Whether you believe it should be Thibault that starts if we get him over Green, or whether you believe Green should start over Thibault when that time comes. You know, whatever. It works either way. You have a Luka, Kyrie, potentially Josh Green or Thibault, Grant Williams, and it just depends on that center position. It just depends on that center position. It's going to be big for us, man. It really is. The Mavericks need to exhaust all options. They need to do whatever it takes to solidify that center position correctly, properly, the right way. Because if they do not, then you kind of have to ride into the season with a Dwight Powell, with a Rashawn Holmes, and a Derek Lively. Rashawn Holmes and Derek Lively is refreshing. It's like, I like these names, right? Like, it's different. It feels better. Pause. But you still got Dwight Powell. And the fact that Dwight Powell is still on this team, you run the risk that he will be starting for you. Now, do you want Dwight Powell to start for this team with the Kyrie and Luka Doncic? What is the upside, right? How far can we get? We can get far, but Dwight Powell come playoff time, there's no spot for him. So you would have to rely on Rashawn Holmes. You would have to rely on Derek Lively to grow up within. You want him to grow up 5 years. You want him to be 5 years experience into the league on his rookie season. And that's a tall task to ask, if I said that correctly. All right, here we go. Oh, hold on. Richard K says, right now we have 1 through 5 under 25, as long as kid lets them play and learn. Yep. Classic. What's up? He says, would you give up anyone for Vanderbilt? Is this the Vanderbilt from the Lakers? Or is this I'm assuming. If it's the Lakers, I don't think they train anybody. I think they're in love with their team. They did a good job keeping everybody. I just don't think the Lakers give up anybody for Vanderbilt. Chico says, kid is good at developing, managing the minutes is what we're worried about. Yeah, especially for Lively, bro. Putting players on the court. Here we go. Alex says, can you use a Titanic reference with this? Damn. That's dark. That's dark. I would say dangling. Pause. Dangling the Josh Green trade is like the Ocean Gate submarine. It's like, oh, we dangling. Let's go down in this ocean, and then the moment you pull the trigger on that trade, and it is not the trade that you need it to be, there's your implosion. That was off the rip. Off the rip. I don't want to trade Josh Green, but I understand if it gets you the guy you need, by all means. Ucertes? I hope I said that right. Ucertes. I don't know if I said it right, but I hope I did. Says Cuban is not driving this ship. He could never think of the moves of this offseason. Yeah. Shout out Nico, man. Nico has been a godsend for the Dallas Mavericks this offseason. He's definitely changed our entire team. Alex Hamilton, what's up, man? I feel like Steven Adams will be perfect for this team. Yeah. He's been dealing with some injuries lately. I think he would be. I fear the injury bug with him. But I think the Grizzlies would ask for a lot to get him. But I would love to have him on this team. For sure. It wouldn't be my first option, though. But I like to have him. What we got here? I don't know. I feel like my mouse is running dead on battery. Mike Jones says, yo, bro, what's the point of signing Grant? Okay, so Grant, while I believe he's 6'6", he's going to be your 4. He has the capability of guarding players like a Giannis, an Embiid. He could guard between the 3 and the 5. He's a good defensive player. The other thing is he can shoot the lights out wide open. And he also already has already like built-in respect for Luka Doncic. Hell, he rocks Luka Doncic's shoes in games. So you're bringing a player over here whose agent is Bill Duffy. Bill Duffy is Luka Doncic's agent as well. So there's a lot of things that are needs for the Dallas Mavericks. You need that 4 guy, the power forward. Basketball's positionless at this point, but you need that 4 guy to fill in, to take on some of the best defenders in the league, like a KD, like a Giannis, like a Paul George, like a Kawhi Leonard. Like, imagine a lineup where Kyrie and Luka are the main offensive weapons, and then the offensive weapons of the other team have to be guarded by Thibault, Green, Grant Williams. You're looking at a really solid core of defenders right there. And not to mention Omax. Omax is going to be a problem, bro. And then Derek Lively coming off the bench. The Mavericks defense, I would assume, depending on the starting center, the Mavericks defense could be top 10 again. And that's a safe assumption. The Mavericks defense could be a top 10 defense pending the center. So that's the point of signing Grant, man. He has a lot of upside. He's young. And he gives you what you need. Defense and 3-point shooting. He's not going to beg for the ball. He's not going to demand the ball. He's going to come here and put in work, man. And you can live with that. He didn't do anything. I mean, I explained what. Okay, I gave you my 2 cents, Mike Jones. All right. Black Noir says that Richard Case was talking about your knowledge of the new CBA. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, dogs. Chico says defense, and he can shoot the 3 ball. Yep, agreed. Sorry if I respond to the comments and say what y'all say, and then y'all say it. It does not take away from what y'all saying. Y'all know just as much as I know, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Richard K's, TJ, you up to date on all your states of these players? I don't know how, bro, but I am. Thank you, bro. Y'all are too, man. Shout out to y'all. And the new CBA, as Noir said, you got good info today. Appreciate that, man. Reggie said, no, sir, I'll call him TCJ, just like Rolling King. Mr. Trash Can Juice himself, man. Hold on. Let me see. I was trying to see if I could get one of We Talk Mavs or any on here, but I know We Talk Mavs, they doing a show later. So I doubt they'll be able to jump on. Plus, it's too early in the night. We Talk Mavs, they after dark show. You know what I'm saying? After midnight. Now they'll be on tonight. Gives them. In his other chat, now man, King giving us some ideas. So be on the lookout on We Talk Mavs. They're gonna have trade ideas for y'all. Gilbert says, I don't know. Thibault had been bricking a lot lately. Didn't see much impact in those 76ers playoffs. In the 76ers, his three-pointer was much to be desired for sure. But in Portland, he was shooting well. It could have been a fluky stretch. Definitely could have been a fluky stretch for Thibault, but who knows, man. Oh, Giovanni Ramirez, what's up? He says, Theo Pinson, Frank Ntilikina, Dwight Powell, JaVale McGee, Markieff Morris, McKinley Wright, all for a center. Yeah, I don't think we have Theo, Frank anymore, or Markieff. We do have McKinley Wright and JaVale and Powell. But yeah, that'll be a great trade. Richard K says, Williams 6'6", Thibault 6'6", Green 6'7", 200 pounds. Look on the Mavs homepage. Yeah, we do. Williams is 6'6", but he could guard your forwards. Thibault is 6'6", and he's going to be able to guard the guards. So they have different sizes to them, but Grant Williams has more girth to him. He has more muscle, so he could deal with the bigger players, whereas Thibault, he does have muscle, right? But I think he does. I mean, it shows in advanced stats that he does a lot better against guards. He doesn't do that well against, say, a forward, right? But Thibault's really good at YouTube videos, man. I don't know if y'all remember the Bobo Thibault when he was creating YouTube videos. He was on it, man. Mike Jones says, I would rather have Jay over Grant. Weak self, bro. Dang. Mike Jones, that is a hot take, bro. I'd have to say that is a hot take. Jay Crowder over Grant Williams. That is a hot take. I respect it. That's a hot take, man. Like, hot like this candle, man. Alex Hamilton says, Adams is still younger than you think as well. Only 29. Oh, wow. Huh. I thought Adams was in his 30s now. Damn, that's not bad. Reggie says, I only say we could use THJ due to Curry recent injury history and Thibault lack of offense. Yeah, so here's the thing. When you got Kyrie and Luka, yeah, you kind of want a third person that could put the ball on the floor out there with them. But I think Kyrie and Luka, if you surround them with, say, a Green, Thibault, or Grant, and then a center, you have two players that they can shoot a three, depending on if they come in double Kyrie or Luka. And then you got a center that should be a starting center, right? That can finish under the basket or at the rim. Versus if you have Dwight Powell, and then you got a cold Reggie Bullock or a cold Maxi Kleber. You get what I'm saying? Like, the offense is completely different when you got players that you know that can knock down shots. Now, that's a stretch for Thibault, because Thibault was shooting 33% while in Philly last year, and he was shooting 40% from three while in Portland. So there's a little bit of pause for concern for Thibault's ability, but dude is young, and I think being in a better situation with the Dallas Mavericks, I think his three-point shot becomes even better and deadlier. Alex Hamilton, I think we'll be third in offense and 10th in defense. And that, if you're third in offense and 10th in defense, you're probably looking at a 3 seed in the West. Or a 6 seed. I don't know. But I would say 3 seed. Alex says, so say Trailblazers see that we gained 2 second rounders and they didn't want Thibault, but they match just so they can ask for a second in a signing trade. Will y'all do it or let him go back to Portland? Oh, man. Oh man, that's a good one. Why you gotta hit me with that, bro? I'm not crazy about getting Thibault because I think Thibault makes Josh Green expendable, quote unquote. I'm not saying it. I'm just thinking it makes the front office think that. Mm. Damn, man, you got a full. All right, here's what I'll do. The offer sheet would not be for the full MLE. It would be 3 years, 27 million. Call me crazy. 3 years, 27 million, and I'll do the second round in the signing trade. That's how I'll do it. I'm not giving you the full MLE if I got to give up a second. Give me some wiggle room. That way I can get back under the first apron. I mean, I'll do it. F it. Big Fat says Washington 6'7", 230, plays the 4 and can handle the ball. He had over 100 plays in the ball handles and pick and roll and over 900 as a roll man. I love Washington. He cost a pretty penny. It just would Charlotte give Washington to us for Tim Hardaway Jr. and say McGee. For Tim Hardaway Jr. and McGee, I'll give up both seconds to get Washington. But what about the starting center? Mavs don't need much offensive help. Agreed. Yeah, we really, really don't. We just need people to knock down shots. Richard K says, everyone got spoiled by LBJ, but people he is a freak. Most players go downhill faster after 30. So any player after over 30, you are taking a gamble on injuries and game just falling off. Agreed, sir. Mike Jones says, salute, Garcia. I appreciate your take on Grant, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's what we're here to do, man. We're here to just talk. We'll disagree to agree. But that's my stance on Grant, man. Trust me. You can ask Alex Garcia, the one that's in these comments. He knows I was making fun of him about 2 seasons ago in the playoffs. But then last season, Grant shut me the hell up. I was like, nah. I think he hit about 8 or 9 threes in the playoffs against, I think it was the 76ers. And I was like, nah, yeah, you need that. When you got a player in pressure situations, like playoff games, knocks down 8 to 9 threes in a game 7, I forget what game it was, but Grant literally won that game for them by just shooting. When you can get a player like that in the city of Boston, you talk about us like we're crazy. Yeah, we're crazy. But Boston, they have a rougher, not a pretty way of like pressuring your players. And the fact that he was able to stand there and knock down shots, he did that, man. He did that, and I think he could do that here. Evan, what's up? He says, we're living in the twilight zone with these Mavs. Say, bro, it is a crazy time to be a Mavs fan right now. It is crazy. Ultra, let's go, baby. We up. Yes, sir. What's up, Ultra? Just seeing you around, man. We are definitely up. I'm excited, man. I'm finna go get some dinner. And it's just better when you got a meal and you know you got players that you want on this team. You just feel better. You better. Nancy, hey, Nancy, how you doing? TGK, what are you hearing about what we are trying to do for our center? We are coming together really nicely. All right, this is what I'll do. Hold on, let me see. Fans. Oh. I'm going to make a mock trade, right? This is going to be my trade machine idea. This is going to be my trade machine idea here, okay? I'm about to share it with us. That way we could all see it. Black Noir, I see what you say. He said, let him go back to Portland. Nah, man. All right. All right, cool. So now I'm gonna share the screen with y'all. I'm gonna come up with a trade idea and get y'all's thoughts on it. Just checking Twitter, make sure nothing crazy on there. All right, bet. All right, let me see. Do y'all see what I'm seeing? Yes, y'all do. I don't like how it's not big enough. Pause. All right, y'all don't need me in the cut. Hold on. I don't like how this is in the way. We moving stuff around in here, all right? Okay, that's how it looks. Okay, it is what it is. All right, all right, all right. We'll go ahead and just add me here since it really doesn't take away much. Okay, first team, the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks. You know, if a team wanted Christian Wood, we could still do a sign and trade. Like say if Charlotte wanted Christian Wood for 21 mil a year and they just wanted to swap Christian Wood for PJ Washington, man, let me stop, bro. Let me stop. All right. Jeez. Where's Tim Hardaway Jr.? Come here, buddy. Modified contract. Now I'm gonna modify that. All right, second team. All right, so we got the Bucks. They're not gonna trade anybody. Celtics, 76ers, unless Embiid has to ass out. You got the Cavaliers. You got Jared Allen. You could think about the Knicks. They're not gonna deal anybody. You got the Nets. Claxton would be amazing here. You got the Heat. Ain't no way they trade him. Bam Adebayo. You got the Hawks. They got Capella. Capella isn't first on my list. The Raptors. They want 10 first-round picks for every damn player they got. They're ridiculous. That's why they lost out on Fred VanVleet, because they're stupid. Sorry if you're a Raptors fan. It's just the front office. They could have done better. The Bulls, I don't know. They re-signed Vucevic. Pacers, Turner would be great. I know he's a little injury prone, but he'll be great. Wizards, man, I still want to call about Denny. Can we still get Denny? No, I don't think we get Denny no more. I think we kind of solidified that Denny position here. The Hornets. They do got a center over there that I wouldn't mind, but I doubt we'll get them. Pistons, they got a cool center too, but no. Nuggets, I would love to get Vucevic. What? Nikola Jokic. Grizzlies, Adams would be cool. Kings, we already took their center. The Suns, this is where I kind of stop. I'm like, that Ayton deal was on the board. So you got the Suns, you got the Clippers, you do got the Timberwolves, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if y'all didn't know, but the Timberwolves are an option. Valanciunas from the Pelicans, I don't know if he is an option or not. That'd be cool. Ain't no way you getting Walker Kessler. Ain't no way you getting Segun. Ain't no way you getting Wemby. So I think it falls on. I think it's more of a longer shot with the Timberwolves. So the Suns and Clippers, that's where it's at, right? So say we go and work with the Suns. Hey guys, trade me DeAndre Ayton, $32.4 million. I'll trade you Tim Hardaway Jr. and also Rashawn Holmes. What's that? 2 plus 7 is 9. So 29.8. So because we're a hard cap, we can't. I'd be like, take on JaVale McGee, guys. Please. And then let's just assume this is one of the seconds unprotected, and this is one of the other seconds. That's a lot, but this is within the idea that I want this team to make ish happen, to make stuff happen, bro. Oh, it failed. Oh, okay. What did it say? Rashawn Holmes cannot be traded to a team where players. Okay, so that doesn't matter. So this would be successful, I think. The Suns unable to trade. Oh wow! All right, so maybe the Suns deal's off the table, because I forgot that if they are into that second apron, it has to be 1-for-1. Right. Okay. Well, sorry guys, no Ayton for us. So that leads me to the other team I was interested in. Damn, it might have to be the Clippers, bro. It might have to be Zubac. He's 26 years old, making 10 mil. Ain't no way. 10 mil? Hold on. Hold on. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. No. All right, look at this deal. Okay. If Zubac is 10 mil, that is his contract. You see Maxi Kleber right here? I ain't heard none of y'all talk about Maxi Kleber gonna be coming off the bench and stuff like that. I'm throwing this dude in the trade. We get to keep Holmes, Dwight Powell. We get to keep Holmes, Lively, and Tim Hardaway Jr. I will start off with Maxi Kleber to the Clippers. I know they're gonna want Tim Hardaway Jr. I'll throw in those 2 second-round picks, right? Like, hey, look. Don't ask about Timmy Jr. because I still value Tim Hardaway Jr. But like, hey, what do you do with this deal? Maxi Kleber, 2 second-round picks for Zubac, straight up. That's a fail too. All right, I'm not playing this game no more. Clippers are unable to complete this trade since they are over the second apron. They are only able to take back 100% of the salary they are sending out plus $0. Clippers can only take back 10.9. So I'm off by 66,000. All right, we're gonna redo this. Hold on. We're gonna make this work. Hold on. McKinley, right? All right, man. Enough of this. Enough. Y'all get what I'm going at. I think you could still do the Ayton deal. You can still do the Zubac deal, but you saw how difficult it was for me to even come up with a trade. Imagine what it's like for these NBA teams, man. All right, let's get caught up on the comments. I hope y'all enjoy that because I didn't make it look as great as I wanted to. So my apologies. That's not much offensive help. And salute. Take Grant. Where we at? Green over Thibault. Hold on. Is there something out there on the Twitter sphere? Did someone tweet something? What did Shams tweet? Oh, wow. Well, look at this, guys. What the hell? Hold on. What is going on, bro? What is going on? Look at this. Look at this. Shams just tweeted. The Shams just tweeted that restricted free agent Matisse Thybulle will sign a 3-year contract offer sheet in the $33 million range with the Dallas Mavericks. So they announced that. It is what it is. Like, is Portland going to match it or not at this point? Like, and if you're not, cool. We could then sign them come 11 Central Time tomorrow. 33 million. That's 11 million per season. Slightly below the full mid-level exception. I ain't mad at that. I am not mad at that at all. What do y'all think about that, man? What do y'all think about that? Let me see. Where the hell we at? Where the hell am I at? If Dallas gets Thybulle, keep Green too. We need all the 3-and-D players, man, for real. Yup. Thybulle is not worth it, says Black Noir. I think it just in this market, man, you gotta pay money, dogs. Richard K says it might not be my players, but at least can see Nico has a plan and that I'm happy about it. Still pissed about Dwight, but Maxey and Tim are the bad contracts. Yeah. I would visit honestly, Thybulle, Grant, Omax, who am I missing? Green, all those players make Maxi Kleber expendable. Instead of trying to trade Josh Green initially, let's call teams and be like, hey, man, we got this German named Maxi Kleber. What do you got? What can you offer me? Cowboy X Factor says, yes, he is a match, TGK TV. Hell yeah. Blazers probably going to match. That we will find out soon if they do or do not. 33 million, 11 per year for Thibault. Ocha says, don't think they match. That's what the Mavericks are hoping for, that they do not match. So we'll see. The blue one says this was early afternoon. He signed the offer sheet. Now, I think they were saying they were planning to offer him, but Shams just made it official that they're going to give him that 33.11 per. Nancy says, TGK, we need all the defense we could get. The end of last year was ugly. Extremely ugly. 100% agree, man. Ah, man. What a night. See, look. This is the one time where I was on long enough to where I didn't get to miss out on any news, right? Normally I'm on here and we miss out on breaking news and stuff like that. But that didn't happen. But yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all being on here so much. Again, this Saturday at 2 p.m., I'll be doing a Mavs pre-game show for the Mavericks Summer League. Again, you can catch, man, there's so many podcasts out here. There's so many content creators out here. I appreciate y'all taking the time to check me out, because you could be anywhere else and hanging out with anyone else talking to Dallas Mavericks. But shout out to all the other content creators doing what, we need to do for our Mavs community. That way we can, feel like we're heard. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to have outlets to go and listen to, and I appreciate having outlets, and I also appreciate doing shows for us as well, for the Dallas Mavericks. So appreciate y'all being here, man. Let me see if there's any more comments before I head on out. Richard says the center will make the defense better. We need that bona fide starting center, that rim protector. Try THJ McGee for Jared Allen and Okoro in the seconds. All right, I'll try it. I'll try it before I head out. Let's go back over here. THJ McGee. So we're going to the Cavaliers. So Jared Allen. It says 6'11" here, but it says 6'9" somewhere else. Okoro. For who? For McGee and THJ. McGee and THJ. Where is JaVale McGee and Timmy Tim? And the seconds. We'll just assume these are the seconds we got. I don't know what all seconds we got. All right, let's send this sucker in. And it is successful. You know what? I ain't mad at this deal. I'm not mad at it. You get your center, and then you get another forward, Isaac Okoro, that you could then trade in the upcoming trade deadline in the coming season. Huh. We might have to call the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like, hey guys, Jay Haney, good. I like this, man. This is a good trade. Good trade. I like that. Better than what I was doing, and better than what I deserve. Appreciate that. That was a good trade. I like that. I do it. Nancy says totally agree. As long as it's not you, Dwight Powell. Appreciate it, Ultra. Appreciate it, everyone. We just might need Dwight to break. Whoa, Richard. I ain't mad at that one either. Yeah, I ain't mad at that one either. I like that. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much, man. It's been your boy TGK. Again, I do all pregame shows for the Dallas Mavericks, and if I don't do pregame shows, I'll do a vlog at the games that I do go to. So I don't see a situation where I'll miss a pregame show, but the games that I do go to, I'll be doing vlogs there, so y'all can see those videos the following day. Anyway, man, this has been your boy TGK. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Y'all check out We Talk Math tonight. It's been your boy. Once again, follow me on, where my socials at? I only got my socials up here. Hold on. If you want to reach me any other way, reach me right here. Anyway, guys, it's been your boy TGK. We is out.